we're going to be analyzing. This is section 1.9 in your book. I'm gonna jump around a little bit and kind of take a net. We won't always do all the sections in a chapter, so I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Mean, median. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to start out with, we'll use a real example here. Could I get your, let's take some shoe sizes, okay? All right. Jason, what size shoe do you have on right now? 13. All right, Melissa? 9. And Emily? 8. Nathan? Okay. And all right, Amber? 7s, okay. Tia? 7. All right, Brittany? 7.5. And Josh? 11.5. And Gabe? Okay. And Ben? 13.5. Oh. 14s. Okay, we'll add on 14 then too. Okay, I don't want to get too many. Now, okay, you guys, this is kind of a more technical math term, the mean average. It's normally, most common, we'll just say find the average. But the more technical math term is the mean average, because there's actually different averages. There's also a median average. So how do we normally find the average of a set of numbers, Jacob?
Add them all up and count how many numbers we have and divide it by how many.
Very good. So let's all do that. So thanks guys, thanks for reminding me. So we got, when you add them all up, divide by how many you have, we had 11 shoe sizes, so divide by 11. Get 10.1364. Which digit is in the tenths place? Like when I tell you to round to the tenths place. Good job, good Gabe. So it's, do we keep it a 1 or do we round it up to a 2? Keep it a 1, very good. So if I were to say round to the tenths place, you would just say our mean average for shoe sizes is 10.1. Rounded to the tenths place. Okay. Now, how do we get, so that's the mean average. That's the first thing we're doing. Next thing we're going to do is the median. Anybody remember how to get the median? Okay, Jacob?
Line all the numbers up, all smallest to highest, then you cross them out until you get to the middle.
Very good. Excellent. So we've got 7, 7.5, 8, 9, okay. So if we cross those out, one on each end, and you can just do it in your head if you want to. Either way is fine. That's our median. The median basically means the middle. Like if you know on the highway they call the median that little strip of grass in the middle, that's in the middle. So the median is the middle number. Okay. Now if you had, let me just extend this down here a little bit. Just to give you a separate example, let's say we had shoe sizes of, just going to say we have some little kids in here, say size 2 and size 8 and size 13 and size 16, okay? I just make up those 4 shoe sizes, okay? Really small to really big. I could ask one of my friends, I think he wears a 16 or 17, something like that. Yeah. But, oh yeah, yeah.
He's got he's got to get his shoes personally made and everything.
Actually, my friend. Yes.
I want to hear it.
My friend would a lot of times get really good deals on shoes, though. He'd always have these really nice, like all different kinds of shoes, because he would go into a store and like that size 17 just sat there, and then they eventually just wanted to sell it, so they always put it on a really, really good sale because it just sat on the shelf for months because nobody was size 17.
Yeah, I seen
My
that.
brother did the same thing. He wears size 16, so he just wears
Okay, so let's say we have, let me actually go down here. How would we find, since there's just 4 numbers, there's not an odd number, so there's no number in the middle. How would you find the median? Any ideas, Steve?
The average?
Yes. Very good. If there's not an odd number with a number in the middle, you would just find the average of those two. So you would add them up, divide by 2. So you would get 10.5. You add average 8 and 13, so you take 8 plus 13, so that's 21, divided by 2, and you get 10.5. So 10.5 would be our median size. Okay, that's how you'd find it. All right. Now, the last two go a little quicker. Our third one is I know it's a little hard to see. Let me just scroll up here. What's the mode?
The most common.
Most common. You're right. So for the shoe sizes we wrote down, what would you say? Which one or which ones are the most common? 7 and 11.5. They both occur twice. Could you sometimes say no mode?
They're all the same. No one is greater than the others.
If all of them are different. Yep. If none of them get repeated.
Yeah.
You're right. Then you would just say there's no mode. Sometimes that happens. Right. Good point. Because 0 could be a data. If you're talking about temperatures, you could have -3, you could have 1, you could have 0. So 0 could be a piece of data. So when you say if there's no mode, you don't want to put 0. That's a good point. Okay. And last, the range. How do you find that? Like, what's our range?
The highest and the lowest.
You minus the lowest one times.
Yes. So 14 minus 7, that's a range of 7. So I just want you to say the range is 7. Take the highest minus the lowest. Or the biggest minus the smallest. Okay? So that's the only new stuff for today.